$50,000, bro. Now, if you guys did not notice, the Indiana Fever winning the Commissioner Cup grants each player on the basketball team a $50,000 bonus. And unfortunately, DeWanna Bonner will not receive that same amount of love because you want to know why? Because he quit the damn team. Now, it's kind of funny now, but I know it ain't funny to her because yeah, she's been awkwardly quiet. She didn't congratulate the team for what
DeWanna Bonner's departure from the Indiana Fever has generated significant discussion across social media platforms following the team's Commissioner Cup championship victory. The timing of her exit has resulted in substantial financial consequences that have not gone unnoticed by basketball fans and analysts. The former Fever player forfeited a $50,000 bonus payment that was distributed to each team member following their Commissioner Cup triumph. This financial loss has become a focal point for online commentary, with many observers noting the irony of missing such a substantial payout due to the timing of her departure.
It is that Emma Messiman is the prize and DeWanna Bonner is the consolation. That is what it seems like. It seems like DeWanna Bonner is the consolation. Let's hear, according to multiple league sources, the interest of Messiman, who is considering return to the WNBA, but has not definitely made up her mind. Sorry, I just realized it's not the whole way across. But has not made up her mind, extends across the league, but contenders like the Lynx, Liberty, and even the Mercury have the best shot of landing her. There's an expectation around the league that Bonner would...
Social media reactions have ranged from sympathetic to critical, with numerous posts highlighting the financial implications of Bonner's decision. Fans have expressed various opinions about whether the departure was justified, given the eventual success the team achieved without her presence. The circumstances surrounding Bonner's exit remain a subject of debate, with different interpretations of whether she officially quit or was released under other circumstances. Regardless of the specific terminology used, the practical result remains that she was not part of the roster when the championship bonus was distributed.
Whatever reason. And yeah, people was definitely poking fun at her online. Let's go to X and pull it up right now. Actually, drop down in the comment section right now and let me know what y'all think about DeWanna Bonner. Somebody said, I know DeWanna Bonner sitting at home big mad like, I know she is, bro. I know she hella mad right now. 50K going down the drain. One fan saying, missing out on the extra 30K, I'll be mad. Somebody said, I think these finals...
Basketball analysts have begun comparing the relative contributions of players who remained with the team versus Bonner's previous impact. Some observers suggest that younger players like Ari McDonald have provided more valuable contributions than what Bonner was delivering during her time with the organization. The contrast between Bonner's championship pedigree as a two-time WNBA champion and her recent performance levels has sparked discussions about veteran players' roles and expectations. Some commentators argue that her production had declined significantly from her peak championship year.
End up in Phoenix, according to multiple sources, but at this point, discussions around signing the two-time champion include multiple teams. Obviously, Bonner is this. It's unusual for two high-level WNBA players. Okay, looking for the full story. We just got paywalled. But basically, it seems as though the Phoenix Mercury want to sign Emma. Every team that is...
Team chemistry and locker room dynamics have been cited as potential factors in the situation, though specific details about internal relationships remain largely speculative. The celebrating footage from the Commissioner Cup victory has been interpreted by some as evidence of improved team cohesion. Bonner's absence from any public congratulations or acknowledgement of the team's success has been noted by fans who expected some form of professional recognition. This silence has contributed to ongoing speculation about the nature of her departure and current feelings toward the organization.
Or just fine, I don't know what that is. Yeah, bro. Why she got the two most important ones. So some people was definitely taking up for her, but majority of the people is not, bro. They is just not, bro. Somebody said, breaking news, DeWanna Bonner somewhere punching the air right now. Fever become the Commissioner Cup champion. Now, somebody said, if this the locker room, DeWanna...
The Indiana Fever's front office decisions regarding roster construction have been vindicated by the championship result. The addition of players like Natasha Howard and the retention of developing talent appears to have created a more effective team composition than previous iterations. Future roster speculation has intensified following the championship success, with rumors about potential additions like Emma Mismin gaining traction. The possibility of acquiring elite international talent could further transform the team's competitive outlook. Current team members have demonstrated their ability to succeed without relying on veteran leadership from departed players. The balanced contributions across the roster suggest that the organization has successfully transitioned to a new competitive identity
that wants to go and sign Bonner also wants to sign Emma, and Emma's a better player. Emma is the better player. So they straight up, they're out here using DeWanna Bonner as a consolation prize, and until the signing for Emma Messiman is sorted, it does not appear like she's going to be signed by anyone.
Financial planning and contract timing have become relevant considerations as teams navigate mid-season roster changes. The Commissioner Cup bonus structure creates additional incentives for players to remain committed through important competitions. Professional reputation and industry perception represent long-term consequences that extend beyond immediate financial impacts. How players handle team departures can influence future opportunities and relationships within the league. The development of younger players has accelerated in the absence of certain veterans, creating opportunities for emerging talent to assume larger roles. This natural progression benefits both individual careers and organizational depth.
Bonner was talking about I go to war for them. Now, this is some of the stuff that happened. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
They was twerking and
well, there she is. Where's Kelsey? Kelsey left. Kelsey! Come on, get on. They said Miss Boston. Please said it's a school night. Please. Tell who said that? Hey, if you're one of my friends and you're on here, comment. Miss you. I don't know if any of my friends are on here.
Coaching staff adaptation to roster changes has proven successful, with strategic adjustments leading to championship-level performance. The ability to maximize available talent represents crucial organizational flexibility. Fan engagement and community support have remained strong throughout the roster transitions, suggesting that successful team performance transcends individual player loyalties. The championship celebration demonstrates the power of collective achievement.
And for DeWanna Bonner, that could be an absolute disaster. And like, she's already cost herself, what, 50 grand? Between the guts of 40 grand they make from the Commissioner's Cup and the at least 10 grand she's cost herself from lost salary from not playing those, from being unemployed for a couple of times. And then for the rest of the year, she's going to cost herself another 50 grand. She's going to cost herself about 100 grand because she didn't think the fit was correct.
Media coverage of player departures and their consequences serves as cautionary tales for other athletes considering similar decisions. The visibility of financial and professional impacts creates awareness about timing and commitment. League-wide implications include discussions about player contracts, bonus structures, and the importance of completing seasons regardless of personal circumstances. These situations influence future policy considerations and player education initiatives.
Oh, bro, absolutely not. No, thank you.
Somebody said you're a sick man if you're enjoying this DeWanna Bonner downfall. DeWanna Bonner could have waited a week and got this Commissioner Cup. Yeah, well, supposedly she had been gone. She had been gone since the 11th or something. Since the 11th. And quite frankly, this has to be the biggest
Team building and cultural development benefit from consistency and shared commitment to organizational goals. The championship success validates the importance of maintaining roster stability during crucial competitive periods. Veteran leadership transitions require careful management to ensure that departing players do not create negative impacts on remaining team members. The successful navigation of this situation demonstrates organizational maturity.
She was allegedly refusing trades. I don't know about the refusing trades part, but again, that is all alleged. But yeah, it is a really, really, really interesting thing. All around with DeWanna Bonner, because it just shows sometimes the grass is not always greener. And
Contract negotiations and future planning must account for the unpredictable nature of player departures and their potential impact on team chemistry and performance. Organizations benefit from having contingency plans for various scenarios. Performance evaluation and player assessment become more complex when considering both statistical production and intangible contributions to team success. The relative value of different types of contributions requires nuanced analysis. Market value and player leverage in negotiations can be significantly affected by how departures are handled and perceived within the industry. Professional conduct during transitions influences long-term earning potential and career opportunities.
Quitting situation in a mighty long time. In a mighty long time, somebody said your front office brought in Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, return to Sid Coast, and thought there was going to be contenders. They are contenders, bro. They just won the Commissioner Cup. Somebody said DeWanna Bonner is washed up. And me personally, see, this is not getting talked about, right? What's not getting talked about is actually this. How about Ari McDonald being more valuable?
Championship momentum and organizational confidence receive substantial boosts from overcoming adversity and personnel challenges. The ability to succeed despite obstacles creates positive precedents for future difficulties. Recruitment advantages emerge for organizations that demonstrate resilience and success in managing roster changes. Prospective players observe how teams handle various situations when making career decisions.
Sometimes you're in the best possible situation, and it's just about figuring out your role. Sometimes it's just about figuring out your role. Like, as you've seen from, like with Natasha Howard, sometimes it doesn't fit, but, you know, maybe you'll have big games every now and again. Like, I don't think Natasha Howard's fit's been great, but she was unbelievable yesterday. And that was the biggest thing, is like,
Financial literacy and contract awareness become important educational components for players throughout their careers. Understanding the full implications of various decisions helps athletes make more informed choices. Team identity and brand development benefit from successful navigation of challenging situations. Organizations that maintain competitive excellence despite obstacles strengthen their reputation and appeal. Long-term strategic planning must incorporate lessons learned from player departure situations and their various consequences. These experiences inform future roster management and organizational policies.
Than DeWanna Bonner. Ari McDonald having a bigger impact on his basketball team than the two-time WNBA champion, Ari McDonald. Than the two-time WNBA champion, DeWanna Bonner. Ari McDonald is a bigger factor than DeWanna Bonner. She's a two-time WNBA champion. Second time all-leading scorer in the WNBA, and she was a non-factor, which means to tell me she's washed. She was washed, bro. She is definitely.
Professional development and career counseling resources can help players understand the broader implications of major career decisions. Education about financial and professional consequences supports better decision-making processes. Industry relationships and networking opportunities can be affected by how players handle team departures and professional transitions. Maintaining positive relationships benefits long-term career prospects across various roles. A veteran player who recently departed Indiana faces an increasingly difficult situation in the current market, having forfeited substantial financial benefits by leaving the organization. The decision to depart has resulted in significant monetary losses while limiting future opportunity.
Even though, obviously, Natasha Howard was a player that doesn't necessarily fit, she was great. She was great in that game, and DeWanna Bonner could have been too. DeWanna Bonner could have helped win that championship. DeWanna Bonner could have add a Commissioner's Cup title to her to her resume. Did she win one? No.
The player currently remains unsigned with no clear destination despite being a proven contributor throughout her career. Her situation has become emblematic of challenging market dynamics affecting veteran players seeking new opportunities mid-season. Recent reporting from prominent league journalists indicates the complex nature of current roster movements. Multiple high-profile players are being pursued by contending teams, creating a hierarchy of priorities that affects available opportunities for all involved. One particular international player considering a return to professional basketball has attracted widespread interest from championship contenders. Minnesota, New York, and Phoenix appear most positioned to secure her services, with Phoenix emerging as the likely destination according to multiple sources.
Washed, dog. I don't care what no one says. She washed, bruh. Definitely is. I don't care about none of this. None of this, bruh. They was kicking it, dog. And she don't have a team right now. She's definitely sitting somewhere punching the air, bruh. Definitely is. And quiet as it kept, they could still possibly get Emma.
This pursuit has created ripple effects throughout the player market, with teams holding roster spots pending resolution of the premier target's decision. The veteran player who departed Indiana finds herself in a secondary position, described as a consolation option rather than a primary target. Teams pursuing the international star also express interest in the Indiana departure, but clearly prioritize the former over the latter. This dynamic has effectively stalled meaningful negotiations until the primary target makes her decision. Financial implications for the departed player continue mounting with each passing day. Initial estimates suggest losses exceeding $50,000 when combining Commissioner's Cup earnings, missed salary payments, and future income reduction. By season's end, total losses could approach $1. The Commissioner's Cup victory that occurred after her departure represents particularly significant financial sacrifice. Tournament bonuses of approximately $40,000 per player, combined with regular salary payments, illustrate the immediate cost of her decision to leave Indiana.
She's never won a Commissioner's Cup. But she could have added that. Is that the only thing she hasn't won? That and an MVP? That and an MVP? And, like, you've already got articles talking about how DeWanna Bonner has already cost herself, like, it's like 30K plus there's money in crypto, and then there's salary per game and all of that. She's cost herself already 50K, and by the end of the season, she's going to cost herself minimum of $100,000 just to get into a situation that probably is no better.
Future earning potential also faces uncertainty as contract options diminish with each passing week. Teams holding roster flexibility prefer maintaining that advantage rather than committing to available players until higher priority targets resolve their situations. League sources suggest expectations that both prominent players will eventually find placements, though timing remains unclear. The international player's decision appears to drive the timeline for all subsequent roster movements.